Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
Hello, here we go. Welcome to show number 2894. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! Are in the men's room. On tap today, who sucks less? What you don't need to know is the Hollywood edition. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, a men's room shot of the day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorites, TV Time with Ted. Click, clack. Trigger to draw. All right, here we go to Mother Russia, where boy loses video game. So he cuts his head off with a chainsaw. Gwyneth Paltrow's goop to pay $145,000 over vaginal eggs that apparently broke the law. Florida man in prison tries to kill family with only one eye. Hold on a minute, is that a beaver doing it with a guy? And man tells cops women like what's in his pants. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bicholas. Good day to you and yours. All right. Shoes are in the news. That's not just a rhyme. That's an actual truth. People are burning their Nikes because of Nike's decision to use Colin Kaepernick as the new face of the company. And that comes to the shock of precisely no one. On the other hand, everyone is a bit baffled about why the thieves in Roanoke, Virginia, stole 13 right shoes. They didn't steal pairs of shoes. They stole the right shoes from 13 different pairs of shoes. And we all remember Dorothy's ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz, right? Well, believe it or not, they were actually stolen 13 years ago, and I want to say they only found them earlier this week. I had no idea they were stolen, but it's a pair of shoes that we all remember. Anyway, they've been found. The truth is, you don't really give a whole lot of thought to your shoes other than the way they look until something goes wrong with your shoes. At that moment, it's kind of like getting a sore throat. When something goes wrong with your shoes, suddenly everything about your day changes. So today, this is what we want to know. Shoes are in the news. What happened with your shoes?
Be a part of the big show. Call 844-999-OLA. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bichola. You have entered the men's room.
Hola, bicholas, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2894. What a large and a charged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat. I know what you're thinking to yourself. You just took a vacation, guys. You're not going to go away anytime soon. You don't need any more future repeats. This show is going to be so good, I guarantee you it'll be a future repeat.
I don't know. I don't know.
Why?
Well, today's show is a repeat, and I remember listening to it. It was terrible.
All right.
It was terrible. I mean, listen to
well, that's because Who Sucks Less, again, is probably going to be horrible
Don't
today.
put this on me.
3 stories that Steve brings us from the news every week. All of them suck. It's up to us to determine which of the 3 stories suck the least.
Honest to God, I didn't think it was too bad this week, all right? And then I let Mike review them. I read them again, and then I realized I effed up. I hit people in the soft spot. Mm-hmm. People are going to be angry at me again. Yep. It's not my fault.
All right, and what you don't need to know is back we have the Hollywood edition as they make movies, and some of the more popular movies that get played around the world at certain times in certain places, depending on what's going on culturally. You need to change the title of the movie so it reflects the culture. There are certain things that people just don't understand.
Okay.
So they change a lot of these things to make it more just relatable, so to speak, so that people will actually
or
go
less
to the
offensive, right?
Or less offensive. There's all kinds of things. So basically, with what you don't need to know, I've got a list of some titles, and Ted, what we'll do is I'll give you the title. You guys try to figure out if you can guess the movie as we know it.
All right.
Here.
So you give us the foreign title.
I'll give you the foreign title. I'll tell you what country it was in and all that
Some
stuff.
places just call it Crazy Rich People.
Yeah, well, seriously, right.
That's fine example.
That's
probably
what it's called. It's probably just called Crazy Rich. You don't even know.
A whole movie about rich people.
Yeah, it's called We Rich.
But when you bring it over here, you're like, oh, tell them. You know, you got to tell them. All right, okay. So what you don't need to know is coming up. Another round of Profile This and the shot of the day. We'll drink and tell. So today we're going to talk a little bit about shoes. Shoes have been in the news. You know all the stuff about Colin Kaepernick, and I'm sure you've seen the stuff online. And Ted, you said the video of the guy who was burning his shoes was fake.
No. People are burning the shoe, but the one where it looks like the guy is literally burning his feet.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
I had such a good laugh about that.
They didn't take him off first.
Bitter disappointment that was not true.
All right. So, we'll start with this one. As the story says, it required more than 3 clicks of the heel
Jesus.
to get these ruby slippers home. That's a Wizard of Oz joke. If you're below the age of 58 and listening.
Do your kids know Wizard of Oz?
They know Wizard of Oz, man.
Yeah.
My kids know Wizard of Oz.
So it's an old joke, you know. But it took them 13 years. Law enforcement officials announced that the shoes stolen from the Judy Garland Museum in her hometown of Grand Rapids. Who walks in there and steals those
Judy
slippers?
Garland
Museum.
I'm going to steal those red slippers. I'm going to tell you, I like the rubies.
If you're in Grand Rapids, you got to stop by and see the museum. What else is in there?
Grand Rapids?
No, but what else is in the museum? The Judy Garland Museum.
Yeah, the Dorothy Museum.
There's a stuffed dog.
Oh, no way. You think they got Toto?
Toto. It plays Africa.
What else? I'm sorry. Judy Garland, we know her as Dorothy.
And nothing else.
And I know she did some other things.
It doesn't matter. She's Dorothy. Think about it, like Captain Kirk. What the hell's his name? William Shatner.
Do they have a yellow brick? I mean, what do they have in this place?
What else could possibly... Well, she had, the blue dress, right? The stupid shirt.
Okay.
By the way, quick side note. If you have not seen this movie in a while, I noticed this about a month ago with the kids, right? So we're watching the movie, and they're digging it, right? They're into it. But when the tornado is coming into Kansas, Dorothy's trying to make it back home. And it shows her running up to the farmhouse. And I never noticed this as a kid. This is how dumb Dorothy is. And I'm not trying to be mean, but I want you to think about this. It's an open field, and then their house. The only thing on the road in the open field is literally the door to a fence. There is no fence.
She opens the door? She doesn't run around the door?
No, she gets off of... She gets off of her bike and runs to the door. I don't want to spoil it for the kids, but I'm like, dumb mother. How stupid is that?
Maybe that's symbolism to open the door.
Oh, don't. I'm telling you. Next time you watch it, just wait for that scene.
We have an update of what they have in the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids. It's in Minnesota.
Was that the start of white people making bad decisions in movies?
See?
Right?
It's like the first horror movie.
Yeah.
A blackout and be like, just run to the goddamn house.
Right?
Don't worry about the door.
Oh, this place is haunted and there's nobody here. Let's go in.
Here's what we're going to do, Cody. We're going to break in. We're going to steal them slippers, eh? I mean, what? So, anyway.
Then what do you do with them?
I don't know. Because, you
can't tell anybody. So did somebody hire you to steal them?
And that's the thing, because you have to put it out there. Look, these are the ruby slippers from the Wizard of Oz.
Right.
They are authentic because I stole them from the Judy Garland Museum in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. This happened, by the way, in late August of 2005. Mm-hmm. So this happened a long time ago that they were stolen. They have been found. No thief has been apprehended. The Minneapolis Star-Tribune cites North Dakota U.S. Attorney Chris Myers as saying authorities are still looking for the people responsible, although no suspects have been mentioned. The FBI reports in the summer of 2017 the company that insured the shoes for $1 million was contacted by an individual with a tip. Officials are vague on the details beyond that, but they say the slippers were ultimately recovered during a sting operation in Minneapolis. You got to wonder, did they bring in the whole SWAT team?
Scarecrow, Tin Man.
Did they have their, their body armor? Did they go in there with,
It looks like the museum's in her childhood home.
Okay. All right. So what else is there? Tell me, do they got snow globes, man? What am I buying, Ted?
You got to pay to get in there?
Can I get a T-shirt?
Yeah, you got to, right?
Well, do they have T-shirts, man?
They have memberships.
No way. So you can just keep on going anytime you want.
What do I get?
Leave your mark on the yellow brick road at the Judy Garland Museum.
Get out of here.
Secure your engraved message up to 3 lines.
Whoa.
Yeah.
How much does this cost us?
$150.
It's like naming a star after something.
Should we go in? Should we go in as a show?
Isn't it? Yeah, you think we should do it?
I think as a show. Right. We'll say the men's room. Like,
how much does it cost again?
$150.
$150.
We all go in. It's not awful.
But how do you know they're not going to dupe us and they're really not going to do it?
Oh, we'll visit that.
Visit.
We're going to go to that.
Goddamn right. Like, hey, we paid for this, man.
Okay.
Maybe we're going to go in with that same threatening tone, but you follow what I'm saying.
Oh, by the way,
my uncle has a brick at Disney.
He does? How much did that cost?
I don't know. But the problem is there is thousands of these things. I mean, we wasted hours looking for this brick.
And did you finally find it?
I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said they found it once, but I don't believe them.
Okay.
You believe he actually did it?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Have you? Well, you know what it's like, man. It's like when you go to a gravesite that you haven't been in a long time, and you start walking around like, oh my God, there's too many dead people. Like you're just looking down at the ground, looking at all these names. You can't. Like, am I in the right area? I thought he was by the tree.
It's like trying to find your car at the mall, man.
That's serious.
Except you're like looking for your grandfather.
Right.
Like,
oh, there he is. Who stole his face? Let's see here. The FBI reports that the company that insured the shoes, they were contacted by the individual. They did the sting operation. The Smithsonian, by the way, didn't just confirm the slippers were the genuine article per the FBI. They realized the stolen pair and the one at the museum are you ready?
Oh, no. Wait.
Are you ready? In fact, they are mismatched twins. So, in other words, at the Smithsonian, they have one of one and one of the other. It's like two different socks, you know what I mean, that you put together. Even though the shoes are still the Red Ruby shoes, they're not the same exact shoe.
So there's two pairs each.
There's three pair total in the world, believe it or not. But the two pairs...
Dorothy has 6 feet. That's a little known fact.
And in the Judy Garland Museum, the right there is the left at the Smithsonian and vice versa. So now that they've got all...
Shenanigans.
Yeah, right.
I can't believe it. We've had the wrong shoes.
Wow. Let's see. Yeah, they were on a 10-week loan from owner Michael Shaw. Wow, how generous of him. No, I don't have anything going on within this 10-week span. Like, okay, how does that work? Maybe I'm not in the know. In the wake of the slippers' disappearance, police learned that an emergency exit door window was broken and that the museum's alarm system never triggered, as it hadn't been set on the evening in question. The oddest turn in the case came in 2015 when divers with the county sheriff's office followed up on a rumor the shoes had been put in Tupperware and tossed into the water that filled a mine pit. Divers found only a small duffel bag in an old tin can. This is quite the mystery. Our question, what happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
No, wait a minute. They said they're insured for $1 million. I mean, it makes it sound like these shoes are worth, $800 million. They're worth $1 million. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it seems, I don't know. Hey, man, are we joining the membership? Are we going to be part of the,
I don't
what's
know.
It called? Come on, Miles.
I got to look at it.
Don't you want?
I don't want to be ripped off because Ted already said he feels like he was ripped off. Not ripped off.
Yeah, but it's Disney.
But it's Disney. There's so many, there's thousands of these bricks. Right, so the entire Magic Kingdom, the entrance, we're walking around looking for a brick.
Yeah.
I feel like the Yellow Brick Road, we could find it.
Do they have a picture of the place?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hold on. Let me just look at this.
All right.
I think it's
yeah, I guess so. I mean, how many? Do you think it's going to get us any publicity? You think they'll put us on in Grand Rapids?
Negative.
No, give us the key.
Well, I mean, I don't think this is going to get us publicity.
That would be nice.
Sure it will.
That would sure be nice.
For the love of Dorothy.
What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
Sounds like something yell in anger.
Yeah.
Hey,
for the love of Dorothy.
Hello, Peter.
Jesus, Peter.
He'll be there in a second.
Yeah.
Hello, Peter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Sorry about the quick response. I'm at work. So my story about shoes is actually from one of you guys' events.
Oh, good.
Painting the grass 2 years ago.
All right.
I'm crowd surfing to some Disturb, like towards the end of the show. Super cool concert. I had a pair of brand new Puma sweats, and somebody decided to take my left shoe off before I got handed to the security.
So did you lose the shoe permanently?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a pretty funny move. I never thought about doing that to somebody. That's actually pretty entertaining.
So you spent the rest of the day with one shoe on? Or did you just go barefoot?
Well, no, it was like towards the end, but I parked all the way in the back. So I had to walk all the way from the front stage to the back parking lot.
And that's gravel.
One shoe.
And that's gravel.
And there's a bunch of rocks. Oh, yeah, it was horrible.
And you never found that shoe?
Oh, no, there was no chance I was going to ever find out. There were so many people over there. But even though that happened, I thought it was kind of cool, and the concert was great. So I had a great time. Thanks, guys.
That's funny.
Yeah,
man. That's great.
Glad we could help you lose a shoe.
Hey,
it's one of your events.
Take his dude's shoe. What's up there? That is so wrong.
That's fantastic.
What happened with your shoe? 844-999-OLA, or shoes.
Hello, Johnny. Welcome to the men's room.
What's up, guys?
Hola.
Hey, this might be the least interesting story you hear today.
Oh, well, thank you for warning us. But more than that, thanks for calling.
This might be the worst sex you've ever had, baby, but I'm still going to give it to you.
I have the most boring story you're going to hear all day.
This is the worst macaroni and cheese you'll ever eat, but it's my recipe.
Hey, it's real quick, too, anyway. I was down here at the McLean Nature Trail down here in Olympia, walking around with my girlfriend at the time. I looked off this side, off the trail. I seen a beer can, and it kind of pissed me off because it's nature trail. It's supposed to be clean, right? So I decided I'm going to pick up this beer can. It don't belong out there. I walked over to the tree that it's next to. Now, I'm wearing dress shoes. Don't ask me why. I don't even know why I was wearing dress shoes on a nature hike.
It's supposed to be a nature hike. There's a damn beer can. Now, I'm wearing dress shoes.
These are Johnson Murphy's.
I don't understand why I was wearing dress shoes. They were comfortable. They were decent shoes. But anyway, I stepped in some crap. And when I picked the damn can up, I stepped in the crap, and then I realized that it was probably from the person who
was drinking that beer. He's just squatting there, drinking a nice, cold Ice House tall boy.
I mean,
taking a dump.
See, but that's called taking one for the environmental team, man.
You know, man, I don't know if I've ever had a beer poop. I mean,
I made it back to the parking lot, and I dumped them shoes in the trash can, and I went home barefoot.
Oh, damn.
I don't know if I've ever had a beer when I use the bathroom. I mean, standing up, yes. I've been at the urinal.
Yeah.
I've had my beer, but I don't know if I've ever
pooped and
sat
drank.
One, like, but like to purposefully like take one with me, and then when I sit down, crack it. You know what I mean?
Which is weird because I have no issue, especially in the afternoons, like taking a beer in the shower with me.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like I don't know that I've been like, I'm gonna poop. I should take a beer.
Right, exactly.
But if I was peeing, I'd walk it in there.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't think I've ever done that. What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
We'll see if you can bring yourself to do it. Next time you have to poop, there's a beer around.
Sure. Just crack it.
See if it's cool.
Be the buzz bomber.
Hello, Alan. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So, hey, by the way, the Wizard of Oz was my grandmother's Donnie Darko. So, I just had to throw that out there. But anyway, so I work aviation maintenance, and on the heavy jets, the hydraulic fluid is Skydrol, and it's petroleum based, so it's pretty acidic and pretty corrosive. So anyway, we were changing the hydraulic pump. Hydraulic fluid gets on the ground. I'm walking through it, trying to get the plane done so we can push it out, fill it full of people, and get it up in the air. And anyway, as I'm taking a step, my whole right sole pops off.
It sticks on the ground?
I mean, it stayed on the ground, but it's because that Skydrol just ate all the glue out and just between the sole and the shoe. And so my waffle didn't stomp anymore. So
do you have to pull your?
What do you do now?
Yeah, do you have to pull your the rest off? Because what is just still keep eating into your feet?
No, well, there's that leather tucked around the boot. So anyway, I just went back to the rubber and zip tied around the sole and just pushed it off and kept on going, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, and for the rest of the day, you're limping and you got tight shoes.
Huh. Does that happen often?
Well, no, yeah, I would hope not. I think maybe that $1.50 I saved on a pair of boots kind of bit me.
The zip tie is innovative. I've seen the duct tape move. But zip tie, that's thing.
Zip ties are great, man. I'm telling you, kidnapping has gotten so much easier than when I did. No, honest to God, you did zip tie. You even see cops use them. You know, it used to be handcuffs. Now it's like, damn, man, you're like the trash.
Right,
you know
you're
what
like
I mean?
the hefty man.
You got zip tied.
What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Scott. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Hey, this is my life is complete. I finally made it to the men's room, so howdy.
Wonderful. It's a lot of pressure.
I got a good one for you. I got a good one. Me and Peter should hang out, man, because I was at that Soundgarden concert, the last one they had before they broke up in Seattle, the Seattle Center. The Presidents of the United States opened up for them. And me and my buddy Eric were there, and he was in the mosh pit. And after the concert, he comes up, and he's got his only one shoe on, right? And he looks at me and he goes, "Oh man, I lost my shoe, man. I can't find my shoe." And so I'm like, "Well, give me your other shoe. What are you going to do with one shoe, stupid?" So I take his one shoe, right, and we're walking around.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
Well, just real quick. No, man, to be fair.
I'll do my push-ups in the parking lot. It won't happen again, boss.
To be fair, you only said the first 3 letters of the 4-letter word.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately, I kind of finished the whole sound of it.
We put the brakes on. So here his shoe is up on top of the billboard, right? And, I threw it up there. It was a great shot. And then this dude walks up and he goes, "Hey, man, I found your shoe." I'm laughing, right? And so Eric, he's pissed. And so he starts climbing up this, shimmying this pole way up, and he gets way up on top of this billboard and gets his other shoe. And a cop looks at him and goes, "Hey, what are you doing up there?" And he falls off the billboard and tumbles into these bushes and onto the sidewalk, right? And the cop walks over to him, looks at him and goes, "You got what you deserve," and walks away.
Jesus. God damn, man.
It was perfect.
I have to admit, I enjoyed that story.
Good time.
I was not so sure at first, right? Seemed like we're on a rocky road with that guy. And I'm like, oh no. But in the end, that's funny as hell, man.
He got there.
All right.
I wonder if he's really going to do the push-ups because he cursed.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I completely believed him when he said it.
I like the idea that he's like going home and then like later today he's like, Christ, I got to get those push-ups.
I used to do a tip jar or whatever, the swear jar, but it never changed.
Our question, what happened with your shoes? Hold the line, more of your calls coming up. 844-999-OLA. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Sumter County Sheriff's Office arrested a 49-year-old man on Saturday for allegedly possessing 3 pairs of stolen Air Jordan tennis shoes. Mac Paul is charged with receiving stolen goods after deputies found the shoes in his possession, according to a news release. A witness also gave a written statement that Paul sold him 4 Cadillac wheels that were reportedly also stolen.
You don't say.
Was he black, white, Mexican, or Jewish?
Yeah.
Any guesses?
I'm going to go ahead and guess black.
He had 3 pairs of Air Jordan tennis shoes and sold the man 4 Cadillac wheels, all of which were stolen. Are you ready? White.
Oh, wow, man.
Yes. Unbelievable. That's what I was like, get out of there.
Did you do the double check? Sometimes I like...
What?
Wow. Were they specifically... Are they just saying tennis shoes?
No, they say Jordans.
Right. Mm-hmm. Does Jordan make were these specifically shoes for tennis?
Ted, just accept it, man.
Yeah.
Just accept that it was a white guy.
He was.
Why are you going to continue to it? There's
because it's rims on a Cadillac.
I know.
Jordan tennis shoes.
I feel like my entire world's been spun upside down right now.
Were they Dayton's?
What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Ben. Welcome to the Men's Room. Oh, boy. That's
Hola.
anticlimactic. Hello,
really
Ben.
was.
Okay. I'll try that again. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Hola.
Hola. Hey, real quick. We a long time ago, I was single, living with my best friend, and we went to the strip bar. So we're at the strip club. We're having lots of drinks, getting loaded, had a good old time. And on the way home, it was probably 12:30. And he's taking these back roads, and he's kind of giggling because he's going so fast, and he's got this little RX-7, the older model, and he's flying down these back roads, and he's going faster and faster and faster, and finally he hits a corner, and we do a full 360 in the middle of the road, and you can hear the tires just screaming all the way around. We end up slid into the ditch in the same direction we were traveling. And and the first thing I said is, does it run? And he started it right up. I'm like, cool. So he goes to take off, but hitting the ditch blew out the two left tires, the driver's side tires. So we get out, and we're kind of laughing about it. No big deal. There's no damage to the car, just the tires. And then somebody across the street from way back there is yelling, is everyone okay? And we're like, yeah, we're fine. And so we're sitting there, okay, what do we do? You know, how are we going to get this done? Next thing we know, a cop goes flying by us with the lights on. Didn't realize it was us, but somebody had called about an accident. So he goes flying by us. I look over at my buddy, and he was the one driving. He's already gone. He took off, just bolted. So I go running up this hill through the woods in somebody's yard, and at the top of the hill, I'm tracing through these all this ivy, and the ivy like grabbed one of my shoes, and I stepped right out of it. And I immediately turned around, dropped to my knees, and I'm feeling around for my shoe, and I can't find my shoe. Well, I look down the hill, and there's like two more cop cars coming. So now I got no shoes, right? I got one shoe. So I take off, and I go down the hill, and I look across the street, and I see an opening, and there's an elementary school across the street. So
always the best place to run. No matter what, run toward an elementary
because that'll
school.
make it a whole lot better.
It'll take it easier.
I'm sorry, am I too fast? I didn't catch that. I apologize.
No, nothing. Keep going, man. Get to the school.
Okay. So the elementary school is across the way, and I take off running across this play field. And I'm running as fast as I can with one shoe on. And all of a sudden, in the school in front of me, it's probably 40, 50 yards in front of me. In the school in front of me, there's this bright light that covers the whole school. And all you can see is this big, round, bright light on the school and my reflection running towards the school. The spotlights from the cops behind me.
Oh, damn.
Anyways, so they ended up, I finally got to the point where I quit running. So I was just like walking down the street. I had kicked off the other shoe. It's wet out. My socks are like some clown's socks just flopping all over the place. And a cop pulls up right alongside me. And I just look over at him, and he looks at me, and I just keep walking, and he drove away.
No way.
So I get another 25, 40 yards down the road, and my friend is in the bushes going, hey. And I'm like, stay there, man. They're looking for two of us.
Oh, no.
Stay there.
Damn. That is,
always starts out with a night at the strip club.
It really does. Once you start with that, I'm like, okay.
Well, because typically if you go to a strip club, you know, like you said, you're single or whatever, but you're going to get married, you're going to a bachelor party.
It's like going to Vegas. It's like you don't care. Right.
But if it starts in the strip, it's one thing if it gets to the strip club. But if it starts in the strip club. What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
I went to a wedding, and so the girl I brought, right, she's hanging out with my cousin's wife.
Okay.
So there was like a bar we were all hanging out with, and there's two hotels kind of there. So I'm staying at one, they're staying at the other. So me and my cousin are up in the room, you know, hanging out, whatever. And his wife calls and says, you got to come down here and help us get in. Like, we don't have this and that. So anyhow, long story short, they had crossed like this little hill.
All right.
That I guess was like wet and soggy. So the girl I was dating, like one shoes was in that mud. So she's standing there and she's like, you got to go get that shoe. And I was like, I'm still in a tux. So I was like, I took her other shoe and just threw it away.
Go barefoot. Yeah. Why not? What happened with your shoes? 844-999-OLA.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.